Hello out there! So this video is gonna be about my vision problems that I had during my time of depersonalization and derealization. And to be honest, those vision problems were the scariest and the creepiest things I've ever experienced in life, and they are very hard to explain, but I'm gonna try. And if you want to see more videos in English, click on the subscribe button and I'm going to start right away. So when I had derealization, everything around me seemed strange, unreal, kind of fake. And it's not that I could not see things anymore. It's so hard to explain. But my perception had changed completely, and it was so hard to tell what exactly it was, but it was 100% different. So let's say that it felt like there was a glass wall right in front of me. No real glass, but something that would try to separate me from everything. So I felt kind of detached from everything, just like in a dreamlike state. It also felt like sitting in the first row of a cinema. Everything was flat and it was very annoying that I just could not see both ends of the screen without turning around. And it kind of felt like I was not able to feel the rest of my body because everything was so focused on vision that it almost felt like I was my vision. So I was only consisting of vision, which was so scary. On top of that, it kind of felt like there were just too many visual impacts for my brain to handle. It just felt like it was all too much, and it felt like my brain wanted to suck in all those visual information at the same time, which was not possible. This even made me feel dizzy, some kind of dizziness that came from the eyes, and which was super weird, and especially in places like supermarkets, forests, just any places with many visual impacts. Things became super crazy, and it felt like my eyes were not able to focus properly. So especially supermarkets and forests were very scary places for me. And I almost ended up crying whenever I had to go there. And I also kind of felt like I had to cover up one of my eyes to decrease those vision problems. But that was not solving my problem, because then I saw a lot of floaters. And after a while, I became very sensitive to lights, even though I had never been sensitive to lights before. So I really had to buy sunglasses, and I was even wearing them at home. But wearing those sunglasses made me feel even more detached from everything. So it just didn't solve my problem. And I especially had problems with artificial lights, for example in stores, and especially the light just right before sunset made me feel very, very dizzy. And I even had to shut down the brightness of my smartphone because it was too bright for my eyes. And bright light was always a big trigger for dizziness. And I really, really hope there's somebody out there who can relate to those vision troubles I had, because I think it's just normal that people who haven't suffered from DPDR just can't really understand, because there are just no words to describe those feelings. Of course, I was convinced that there was some damage either on my brain or on my eyes. So I went to see a lot of specialists. I went from doctor to doctor, but I just could not find anything. Everything was fine. But the good news is that I'm 100% back to normal. Everything's just fine. My vision's great again, just like it was before. And today I also know why I had those symptoms. I was not crazy. There's an explication. And this is what I'm gonna explain to you now. So if you have DPDR disorder, your brain is constantly on alarm mode, even though there's no danger anymore. So it kind of got stuck in this condition. So the visual cortex is always on the lookout for some danger, something that's causing that alarm mode. And the amygdala always gets alarm signals, but it just doesn't know where to address those alarm signals. So it is going to address it to your surrounding. And this is why even your own flat can seem strange, fake, or unreal. So the brain's always thinking that there must be some danger anywhere. So it's getting kind of hyper-aware of vision. It's hyper-awarely scanning for some danger. And that's why you always think that there are just too many visual impacts to handle. And the anxious body usually reacts by dilating pupils. So this is why you become more sensitive to lights. But the good thing is that I was physically fine. It was all caused by anxiety because of this alarm mode. So when the alarm mode fades, those symptoms will fade too. And this is exactly what happened to me. I am 100% back to normal. Everything is just like it used to be before. My vision's totally fine again. I can go outside even on sunny days. And what's very important, I am not a doctor. So if you suffer from any physical symptom, go and see your doctor, get them checked. And if everything's fine, you should be happy because it's only anxiety causing all those symptoms. And it's going to fade away as soon as your anxiety is fading away. So please do not worry about them the way I did, because that's exactly what's keeping them alive.